Good morning and happy Friday. Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag market update. Lower trade across much of the ag space here, with declines being led by soybean oil down about 60 points, largely in tandem with lower energy prices. Crude is down 50 cents a barrel. However, that is well off the overnight lows. Corn right now down about a penny, 2 to 3 lower in the beans. Steady right now in the meal, while wheat prices are off only 1 to 2 cents. Yesterday, the USDA announced another 462,000 tons of beans sold to China. That brings the weekly announced sales to just under 1.6 million metric tons, and for the month, up to 1.816 million metric tons, still below the 2, maybe even up to 3 million metric tons traders believed China have purchased here as of late. Obviously, markets will remain quite sensitive to news of additional sales to China, and we're well below the 12 million metric tons in purchases the Trump administration has been touting. The USDA also announced the sale of 132,000 tons of white wheat to China. Delayed census crush data from August out this afternoon. Traders will look for crush at about 198 million bushels to round out the 24-25 marketing year. The USDA has that pegged at 2.445 billion bushels. Crush data from September, the first month for the 25-26 marketing year, that's expected to be released on December 10th. We'll also get an update from the CFTC this afternoon with data catching us up through October 7th on traders positioning there. Speculative traders were net sellers across the entire ag space yesterday for a second consecutive day. We had them selling 9,000 to 10,000 contracts each in corn and soybeans, about 5,000 meal, 4,000 wheat, and a couple thousand bean oil. Still long 90,000 contracts beans, 12,000 oil, while short just under 100,000 in the corn and about 75,000 contracts in both wheat and meal. Weather in Brazil, mostly favorable for crop development as heavier rains start to shift into the northern growing areas where it is more needed. In Argentina, heavy rains as of late. That has led to isolated areas of flooding, mostly in Buenos Aires. That has slowed corn and soybean plantings in addition to wheat harvest. The Buenos Aires Grain Exchange, they report corn plantings at 37%, little change for the week as farmers focused on soybean plantings. Bean plantings did advance 12% to 25%, however, well below the year-ago pace of 36%. Needed drying pattern is expected to develop late this month and into early part of December. Wheat harvest, 20%, that is well below the 30% average. New low for the month overnight in D's corn, setting up a little bit of a bounce here. However, next support is at the 100-day moving average at 419.5. This afternoon, we'll also get corn crush data from the month of August. Is used for the production of ethanol. Exports remain strong as they need to. I think we're going to need to see ending stocks drive below 2 billion for us to extend these recent gains. January beans did hold above Monday's low, the weekly low at 11.14 as we try to bounce back close to unchanged. How much U.S. beans China is willing to purchase at price levels above that, what they could buy from Brazil, will go a long way at determining if we've seen the highs or not. This after hitting a 17-month high earlier this week. Without evidence, continued evidence of Chinese buying, I think we could slip back below the $11 level by this time next week. Diesel oil making new lows for the week overnight, bouncing, however, did bounce back to the 50-cent area. The EPA did release D4 biodiesel RIN credits from October, up a little bit from September, an early tell on slightly higher biodiesel production for the month. New lows for the week in both Chicago and KCD's futures. Good rains here in the southern U.S. should help replenish moisture in key winter wheat growing areas. Also, Russia did raise their export tax 15%. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great weekend.